Hey everybody, it's Jeanne. Glad to see you back. I'm going to make some ICADs here. I've already published these, but just kind of show you the process. I am just going to do three, and these are just real fast ones. I got way behind. I think I did five, and my camera ran out after three. Well, I'm glad I got the three in anyway. But these are just kind of fun. I like this old-fashioned one a little bit. I loved this lady's snarky expression. Oh my gosh. I just couldn't wait to use her as soon as I found her. She's from a factory girl from around around 1910, I believe. Anyway, just her little snarky expression, I thought she is way ahead of her time. So anyway, I had fun with this. I love using old book text in the background. I probably could have aged this a little bit more, but I kind of wanted it to look somewhat natural aging. I know what this is. This is the little piece of paper that I pull off all those reinforcements from. And I thought, oh, I bet that would be a cute stencil. So anyway, so I'm trying that as a stencil. I don't know. I'm not real good at all this stuff, but it's kind of fun to play with. And I'm using my Tim Holtz vintage photo, which again is lighter than I think it should be. But but anyway, I just kind of like playing around with it, and I knew I needed to age. Excuse me. I knew I needed to age that sentiment, so that actually turned out pretty well, even though that has the blue in the background. The aging kind of wiped that out, and so it made it look pretty good. But it's honestly been a real struggle for me this month to keep up with my ICADs. It's a art on an index card every day, and it's just to keep your hands in art. But I've been doing so many other art projects and some of my videos, and trying to keep up with some sketching and so forth. It's been it's been a struggle to keep up. But I am doing art every day, so I didn't feel like I was not following the plan of the ICAD, which is making sure that you're doing some sort of art every day. But look at that little snarky expression. Just shred any expectations you have out of her. I just love it. I added a little more darkening to the edges. I do like to ink those edges when I remember, because I'm so bad. But anyway, always you want to outline that expression just to bring it to the forefront a little bit, and or the sentiment, just to bring it to the forefront, and that really makes it stand out. It looks like the one corner is lifting a little bit, but I did push that down later, not in the video, of course, where you could see, and gave her a little bit of a boost here. You can just see it, just so much nicer to have that edge. You know why? I should have inked her before I put her down, because I'm always forgetting to do that. I didn't really like how pale I did when I was doing it. I liked just the soft background, but since I wasn't doing too much more to the ICAD, I went ahead and brought out the little polka dots a little bit more. Just needed to keep her from floating. I loved this vintage fabric look here, and being that she was in a textile factory, I not that you know it or anybody else that sees this knows it. I still went ahead and used that, and I really like it for myself for sure. A little bit of faux stitching, some edging there, brings it to completion, and that's just how I like it. I was pretty happy with that one. On quickly to ICAD number 2, because I think I was 5 behind. And this one is basically really simple. This is just hardly anything. But I love that little squishy eye there. I think the lady has a headache from the ad that I took her from. But I liked it. I liked the close-up of the eye. I liked the frown lines and the squishy lines. But I needed to cover up those edges, and I thought, oh, well, I'll just put some washi tape on that. And I grabbed some washi tape because I knew I was using blue in my sentiment. So I picked up some blue washi tape, and no, just looks terrible. No, took it all off. I'm not going to tell you that I saved the washi tape. I threw it away. I'm just bad. I'm a waster. I try not to be. But anyway, I realized, hey, this is all I need. I just need to soften those edges, throw a little aging on there just for fun. She's got blue eyeshadow on. That's all I need. So, hey, we'll just go with that. And that brings the blue closer to the color of her eyeshadow. Decorate this maybe with some faux zigzaggy stitching. And hey, we'll just call this an ICAD as soon as we stick that sentiment on. And I love that because it does look like she is closing her eyes, not because she has a headache, but because she is wishing really hard for something. Just wishing something's going to happen. So, hey, this to me was a great little ICAD with very little effort on my part. So, that one went really fast, and I was pretty happy with that. I almost think that's one of my very favorites. So, anyway, on to number 3. And I wanted to use the 3 butterflies. I loved the 3 butterflies, just didn't fit on an ICAD. So, had to cut off the one. I did use it somewhere else, I think on another ICAD, as a matter of fact. But anyway, I went ahead and was trying out some, first of all, I picked out my, you know what, now that I think about it, I think I picked out my sentiment first, changing the world 2 by 2, and then I found the butterflies, and there were 3 of them. That's how it was, and it was fine because I couldn't fit 3 on there anyway, so I did the 2. Okay, I did these a few days ago. I've been away, and I've done a billion things, and now I'm trying to remember exactly what I did. I really loved the writing of the writing background, but I had to cover up too much of it, and I just not happy with that. So I tested out some other things, and I thought, well, I felt like the whole thing was just way too soft. So this gives me kind of a bold background with the soft butterflies, a little bit of a contrast there. It was a little bit fun, and so I went with that instead, and I did use the pretty writing background. I'm getting all these from magazines, and I did use that pretty writing background on another ICAD, which I am not showing you because I didn't film it. I think I used it on the next one when my camera had died while I was working, and I never did notice. So, as always, things tear, and I have to patch and do all kinds of jumping through hoops to get what I want. But there I am. I'm cutting it up and going with it, not letting all this little stuff stop me. And I've got this big. I love the contrast of the different size stripes and the different directions, and then that one patch of blue, which I thought added a little interest and kind of a little artsy there. So so I was pretty happy with that. This time I did remember to ink my butterflies. When I'm working, I'm in a world all to myself, and I don't always remember to do all these things that we're all, quote, supposed to do. But since there's no rules in art, too bad if you don't do it. Okay? That's just how it is. So anyway, there we go. I like it. I actually think the butterflies look nice on this background. And I liked the sentiment, and yeah, I just I was pretty happy with how that went, even though it's a little jagged around the C there. That's how it is. That's just life, and I didn't notice that until later. And I don't care. I don't think that anybody but the most picky people no, probably most people would notice that, but I don't. So I'm looking at it and thinking, needs a little something, what can I do, and so I'm adding a little faux stitching, which is always nice. I would love to have a sewing machine, and I think I'm going to get one. I haven't put on my video from when I went and used one at the library, and I will do that when I very soon, when I'm ready to do that video. But anyway, I'm still doing faux stitching at this point, and yeah, I kind of like how that looks. And so, where are we? What are we doing next? What are we doing? Oh yeah, it did need a little bit more there, but doesn't really show up. Oh, it's an ICAD. It's not great art. Let's just go with that. So, that was that on that one.